everybody, and welcome to episode, I didn't check which one it was, 63 maybe, of the This Old Knit podcast. I am your host, Nina, otherwise known as Ine on Ravelry, Instagram, and Pinterest. And you can find show notes, hopefully, on the episode thread of the This Old Knit podcast group. So it has been 3 weeks since I podcast last, and I've gotten a lot done. But last weekend was really busy, so we had a play date with Megwin, and then my mom came over, and then my husband had a Halloween party to go to, so there was no way I was recording last weekend. And I don't remember what we did the weekend before that. Oh, I was working really hard on getting my Advent swap package done and out. So I focused on that, and I didn't get a chance to record either. But here I am. I have a lot of stuff to share, and I actually recorded a separate segment before I sent out my Advent swap package with all of my FOs from that, because I had quite a few projects that I started and finished since I've recorded last time. However, my swap partner, who was Jessica, does watch the podcast, so I wanted to leave some surprises for her. So I will insert that segment at the end, and I will put a little title page in front of it that says, Jessica, stop watching now. And then she can turn off the podcast, and I will show the rest of you guys the other things that I've been up to. So, things that I finished there. Yeah, like I said, I'll share them later. And I'm sorry if I'm a little bit flustered, distracted, etc. I've just been running around, and we've had kind of a crazy day. So I did make some notes of things that I wanted to talk about. So one of the things I want to get out of the way right away is that I drew for the 2 patterns that Mina Phillip graciously donated to the podcast. So they were the 2 hat designs that I test knit for her, the Lightning Strike hat and the Open Skies hat. One is knit in super bulky yarn, and one is in DK weight yarn. So I had that giveaway thread open for 3 weeks, and the 2 winners I drew are Oak Blossoms, and she won the Open Skies hat, and then Asteroid won the Lightning Strike hat. So if you would both please contact me when you see this, I will get you in touch with Mina, who can gift you the pattern. She's actually traveling right now, so it may be a little bit of a delay before you get those. But like I said, just PM me when you see this, and we'll get it worked out. So then, FOs, like I said, all my swap stuff, and then I have several other things that I've finished as well. So one of them was for the knit along that was in the Dyer's Notebook podcast group and the Yarngasm podcast group, which was for the Exploration Station shawl. I didn't think I'd get this done in time, guys. And that was another thing. I spent a lot of time the last weekend in October trying desperately to finish this up. Now, I didn't win anything, but I won having a new shawl to wear, which is a win in and of itself. And I just want to thank Kristen for giving me the kick in the pants to knit this, because it was so fun. And I knit a lot of stash out, 2 of which have been in my stash for at least 4 years, maybe longer. I'm not really sure how long they've been in. This is unblocked, so, forgive me on that. And there are still ends to weave in, but I actually wanted to wait to weave in some of the ends on the pieces that I think will spread out a bit more, so that way they won't come back through when I block it. So here it is, and it actually stretches all my wingspan, but I had a lot of fun with it. Like I said, I'm super proud of finishing it in time for the cow, and I have a lot of stuff that's this pumpkin color. So it will go with a lot of things, and of course cream, and then I've got quite a bit of gray stuff in this charcoal gray or lighter grays. So I think this will be a really, really nice piece to wear in the fall and winter if they ever come. Now, it has been cold the last few days, so I shouldn't complain, but we had a lot of days there where it was like in the 80s, and it was very frustrating. So I will hold it closer for you guys to see, and like I said, this is the Exploration Station pattern by Stephen West. My colors that I used, and this is the last time I'm going to say this, guys. I'm sure you're getting sick of hearing the same thing over and over again, where the gray is Madeline Tosh in Steamer Trunk Gray. The rust color is a Shibuin sock in a numbered colorway. This peachy speckled is Hedgehog Fibers in Monarch. And the other cream colored speckled is Hedgehog Fibers in Urchin. And I have quite a bit left of all of them, actually. Probably about half a skein of each of them. And the Shibuin knits comes in 50 gram balls, so I used one of them. So I still have a full one that's untouched. So this first section is short rows section and eyelets, and the eyelets continue all throughout. The second section is brioche. So there's my brioche on that side. And there it is on that side. And brioche was so fun to work. I'm really excited that I learned how to work it. It has opened up a whole new world of patterns for me to knit. The third section is slip stitch, and I forgot to slip stitch. Well, I got off by one stitch on one of the rows, but I didn't think it really made a huge difference, and once it is blocked, I don't think you'll really be able to tell at all. You can kind of see it right there. It sticks up a little bit, but I don't care. It's fine. This one is called Nothing But Knit. So it's just knitting on both sides, right? And then these are the chevrons for the edge. So yeah, let's do double shawls. Double shawls. Like I said, it's not blocked yet, but it's going to be super warm, and I think it'll be really pretty. And once it's blocked out and I'm not wearing it on top of another shawl, it'll be really nice. This one is my Bow Ties Are Cool shawl. And it's knit in Bolin Vine, of course. And she's dyeing her holiday colors again, and I really, really want a sweater's quantity of this. Just special snowflake. So that is my exploration station. Like I said, I finished it. Here comes Megwin. So yeah, FO number 1.
Mommy.
Yes? What's up?
I need some scissors.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Hey, these pictures are pretty nice.
Don't cut those up, please.
I'm not going to cut them.
Okay.
I'm just saying I like them.
Okay.
Hey, is that me?
That's you.
Oh!
You were pretty cute.
It's almost like Bubba's, but in different clothes.
Yeah, you two look very much alike. Alright. Finished object number 2. Hi. Finished object number 2. Don't sit on a knitting needle. That'd be not fun. Are my strawberries and cream frappe socks.
Strawberries?
Mm-hmm. These are for the Coffee with CC Cal in the Knitting Broomstick podcast group. I did a Fish Lips Kiss Heel.
Or someone else.
Andrea
Andrea
Adams. Yeah.
Andrea Adams.
Mm-hmm. I think that's her
Hello, I'm the glitter glitter.
handle on Ravelry. Alright, Megs, can I finish up here?
Okay.
Okay. So like I said, Fish Lips Kiss Heel. I used a larger needle on this part to try and make them fit better. They're still a little bit tight over the top of my leg. I did the modified instructions for the deeper Fishless Kiss Heel Sorry, everybody. So like I said, these are the strawberries and cream frappe socks. So now I have 3 more pairs of socks to complete, and I need to finish my coffee date shawl. I'm almost done. I did decide to go ahead and finish out the coffee bean section and then do another garter ridge. I just needed to take a little break from it, which I did. I knit the exploration station shawl, so now I'm ready to go again with my coffee date shawl. So I will finish that up pretty soon. I am glad that I completed the more difficult patterned socks early on, and that I did the shawl, because the shawl is huge, and I don't have that much longer until the cowl is done, because it's only till the end of the year. So that's those. And then that is all I have, I think, for FOs. Yes. No, I have half object. Okay. So then the half object I completed is another sock for the Coffee with Cece cowl. And this one is the peppermint mocha socks. And I knit them out of hedgehog fibers in the birthday cake colorway. So here they are. It's a really cool pattern. And I think of it kind of as wearing a Fair Isle with the floats on the outside. That's basically how it works. I actually snagged one with my needle because I had it in my bag. I think I mostly fixed it, but I was kind of irritated at myself. So I did these top down. Some of the patterns, not all of the patterns, but some of the patterns are written so that you can do them toe up or top down. So these were written that you could do it either way. So I did all the way down to here, and then she does short row heels. I've said many, many times on the podcast that I really don't like short row heels and how they fit. So I did my own heel flap and gusset, and then I continued the pattern on the top of the foot down to the toe, and it's done. So that is sock number 1, which I completed on Friday. And then I immediately cast on for sock number 2, like a good girl. So this is what I've done so far on that. I knit on this yesterday and today. So putting it against this guy, you can see I'm almost down to the heel flap. And once I got down to the heel flap, it just flowed really quickly because you're not doing the patterning on the bottom of the foot, which is nice. So hopefully I will be done with these fairly soon as well. And then I just have the caramel latte and the I Love You More Than Pumpkin Spice Latte socks to do. I have not cast on for either of those. One I'm going to knit in the Dirty on Purpose colorway in Bolin Vine yarns. And then the other one, I think I'm going to use some yarn. I think it's the Woolen Rabbit that Sarah of the Love Sock Wool podcast sent to me in a swap package. It's kind of a chestnutty color, and I think I've shown it on a previous podcast. So I'm going to see how that one goes. It's a little bit thicker of a yarn. I think it's actually a heavy fingering light sport, but that pattern is also cabled down the front, so I thought maybe if I used a little bit thicker of yarn that it actually would be a little bit larger and might fit me better. So both of those have to be knit toe up. But at this point, I'm all in on that cowl. I want to finish it. I want to actually succeed. So I will do them. And it's not like the other ones don't fit. They're just not the ideal fit for me. So the other things, the other cows that I'm sort of participating in, aside from my Stashmas cowl, of course, which, yay stash, and yay stash, is the Box of Socks cowl on the Yarngasm podcast group, and that is to knit 12 pairs of socks for yourself and to put them in a pretty box. You are actually sitting on my pretty box right now. it makes a great camera prop as well as being a beautiful box. So it is to make 12 pairs of socks for yourself, to display them in a pretty box, and then you'll have next year to wear lovely socks. I've already dipped into mine for wearing them because it did start to get cold and I wanted to wear my new socks. So I have worn the sparkly opal ones that I knit, and I think that's the only ones that I've worn. So this is one more pair of socks in my box of socks. This will soon be one more pair in my box of socks. And I figured out that if I want to complete said box of socks, that I still have to knit 4 or 5 more pairs outside of the ones for the Coffee with CC Cow. So I'm going to focus on trying to complete the socks for the Coffee with CC Cow and then see how far I get on the box of socks cow. One thing I did notice though, because whips are allowed, is that I had these lovely socks that I knit 1 3/4 of. So the second one I didn't bring over here because it's still attached to a bunch of balls of yarn because this is heavily Fair Isle. So these are the Spilly Jane gnome socks. And if you guys know me at all, you know that I love gnomes. The gray is Knit Picks Rosada. The red is Knit Picks Rosada. The peachy color is Fiber Optic. This was some white that I got in a grab bag, so I have no idea. This is Dream and Color Smushy. This is more Rosada. This is Lorna's Laces. And I finished this sock. Why did I not complete this pair, you ask? Because the second one is down to here. Yeah. So I only have one more set of gnomes to complete. Part of the reason is that I lost this white that I was using on the beards. But that's fine because now I have the My First Regia, the little mini balls. I have some of those in white, so I will use that and that'll be fine because they're scrappy anyway. Then I just have one more set of gnome to complete. The second reason is that I hate knitting with more than 2 colors at the same time. This is like knitting with 4 at the same time. There's a lot of float management that has to go into them so that you can even get them on your feet. This one fits fine. The other reason that I didn't finish them looks like yarn barf, doesn't it? The ends. Oh, the ends. You all know how I feel about the ends. The ends. But see, my tension's pretty good. You can kind of tell that's the back of the gnomes. But, given my time constraints, I will finish these socks because it'll be faster for me to finish these socks and knit one little set of gnomes and a toe than it will be to cast on and knit 2 whole socks of something else. So then I will be able to count these as one. And I do like this about Spilly Jane's patterns. She always does like the bottom is patterned, but it's just kind of abstract of the actual thing she's making. It's really cool. I've done her goldfish socks as well, and they're the same way. They're super fun. So, you will be seeing the second one of these soon. And then the last thing is a new cast on. So I cast on for the Jinx yarns in Gingerbread House that I showed last time I podcast. And I actually had to go back and watch my podcast because I couldn't remember which acquisitions I'd shared with you because I had bought most of the things I'm going to show today, but they hadn't come in the mail yet. Or a few of them I ordered with my friends to save on shipping, and so they hadn't brought them in yet. So anyway, for the other gal I'm participating in, which is on Sarah's podcast of Love Sock Wool fame, is the 12 Socks of Christmas. So I think this is her second year doing it, and it is not that you have to knit 12 socks between November and December, because that is crazy sauce. and we don't do that. It is that you knit as many socks as you want to. They can be whips. You can cast on as many as you want to, and just complete whatever socks you can and wear fancy pants Christmas socks. So these will be my first Christmas socks for this year. And okay, I turned on another lamp, and I know it's a little bit bright right here, but the sun went down, so it's really dark outside, and I want to make sure you can see me.
Hey, I finished my photo book. Want to see it?
Okay, you're going to show that now?
Okay, everybody. This is the first page of my photo book.
Mm-hmm.
This is the next page. See, I wrote love here.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Nice.
Where the other stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
And here is a bird.
It's a penguin.
Here's a penguin. Here's some kind of cloud.
I think it's an iceberg.
Here's an iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a statue. It's an ancient statue.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cool. Oh, I like your cordage. And this is a tiny Megwin. Toddler Megwin. It looks a lot like Joshua there. Joshua looks a lot like you, I guess, because you were the original. Okay. Can I finish showing my stuff now? Okay. Okay. So this is my Jinx yarn. And as you can see, like this speckly stripe is actually really, really, really subtle. So I've seen it on other people's be like really bright pink. And mine is super subtle. So I was thinking I was going to use Urchin for the heel and toe, so I didn't break up my stripe sequence. But I think that'll be way too much cream. So I was talking with Kristen from the Yarngasm podcast and asking her what her opinion was, and she said maybe a bright green, or I might do this pink. Try to find something that'll pull out that bright pink.
Mom.
What?
I saw the fairies come and play with your hair.
Oh, yeah. So I'll see when I get down to the heel. I'll maybe lay a couple of minis next to it and see what really makes things pop. But this is what I got so far.
Mommy.
So Jinx Yarns Gingerbread House colorway. And it is in her glitz base. It's the sparkle base. You can see the sparkle. Ooh, sparkly. So that's that guy.
Hey, Mom,
And
I found 3 squinkies. These are squinkies.
okay. That is basically everything I'm... Okay. My battery was dying on my phone, so I had to charge it a little bit, so I'm kind of out of sorts here. What I'm going to cast on next for the 12 Socks of Christmas Cal are 2 Cozy Knitter sock sets. So the first one is this one, which is Gingerbread House. And then it has this contrasting white for the heels, toes, and cuffs. And then the other one is this one, which is Joyful.
Hey, Mom, want to know how to play
And it
reflexes?
has this for the contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. It look like a star. It's so pretty. So those will be really fun. And then the last one is Snow Maker's Peppermint Mocha. Had a little cuff, but I had to seal the sock needles because I wanted to knit my Jinx yarn. But I
did it.
slip it back on. Good job. When I'm ready. Okay.
Look, in my tin it's purple.
Oh yeah, from your screen. Cool. Okay, and then on to acquisitions. So again, my camera on my phone is only recording like 9-minute segments, so it's not recording for very long. So I'm just gonna go quickly through these. So the first one I talked about last time on the podcast. So it is the Bolin Vine yarns Halloween mystery colorway. So I did not have the ability to purchase this at the time because I had already spent my yarn money for the month. But my lovely friends, Jen and Andrea, knew that I would be sad that I didn't get it, so they ordered an extra one, which I paid them for later. And they surprised me that they ordered an extra one, so now we're all going to knit matching socks. So this is the Mooncusser colorway. It's on her Blitzed base, and it's super pretty. A lot of people have been knitting socks. I think Jilly, Vegan Jilly from the Knitting Broomstick podcast, and Sarah of Love Sock Wool podcast both knit socks. So I'm going to knit socks too. And I don't know what pattern I'll use, or if I'll just use plain vanilla. Kristen actually knit hers in plain vanilla, and they were really pretty. So I don't know. I also ordered my first skein of yarn from Yarn Enabler. So as I said, my friend Andrea was ordering pencil socks and watermelon socks, and I think she ordered one other one. Oh, she did the pencil sock club. So I just stuck this on with her order so that I could get in on the shipping. So it is watermelon-y colored, and I think this was the last time she's going to do these till next spring-ish summer. But I've really liked whenever I've seen this knit up. So it's that, and then you've got the contrasting for the heels and toes. It's like a watermelon rind. So very fun. And then, if you'll recall, I said that I got 2 of these from the Once Upon a Time Yarn Club Bolin Vine. This is I Will Always Find You, and it's cream and wine colored, and then this very nice green. And what I wanted to do was get Venus flytrap to go with this to make a sweater. So I need 2 skeins of each, and then I'm going to make a striped sweater. So I think I'm leaning towards Japan sleeves. I believe it's by Hohi Locatelli. But I'm also thinking about the honey pattern. So I don't know which one I'm going to do, but oh, look how pretty those look together. So I got 2 skeins of Venus flytrap, and I actually got Carjacked. I got Carjacked on a Bolin Vine update. I don't get Carjacked on Bolin Vine updates. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Yeah. They got my Volca. This is Volca. But she had 2 skeins of Blitzed. So, yeah. Oh, the hard choices. But that's fine because I knit this shawl out of Blitzed and Volca, and they go very well together. They're not that far off in gauge, and I think they look nice. So, yeah. That's happening. It's going to be so pretty. Here's my other skein.
Woo! I only need 2 more check materials. Then I'll be done with my turning in this one.
Cool. So there we go. That's that. Might be better in honey because Japan sleeves has that really distinct like lace panel down each arm. And this might be too much variegation. It might take away from that effect, but just stripes would be very nice. So maybe honey, and then I have some more solid colors that I could do Japan sleeves in. So put those guys back in the bag. And then last yarny acquisition is a skein of the new No Makers colorway, and she's going to have one more update before the end of the year. I think it's November 19th. It's Gnome Stock, so she does it every year, and it is before Thanksgiving, and it's a lot of yarn. So she put out 2 new colors this year called Chai Chai and Eggnog. So this is Chai Chai. It's a beautiful, like, neutrals. So pretty. So I'm probably going to do this in a shawl. Something else. Not sure yet. But it's Chai Chai, so I just got it in House Gnome, which is just her basic 75/25 merino nylon. And that is it for Yarny acquisitions. And then Tuesday Morning right now has their holiday fat quarter bundles. So I got a couple of those, and they are, you know, like $3.99 each, so very affordable. So I got this one that comes with this, then some solids. So some fun Christmas bags will be in the works. And then this one, I love the moose. Christmas moose. Okay. That one has some solids. And then this cool Christmas bear, Christmas moose, Christmas deer. What's up, sweetie?
Which day of November is it?
I don't know, the 6th, I think. I got a Halloween one, but I didn't get anything sewn up out of that in time. But maybe for next year.
2 Halloweens. 3 Halloweens.
Well, it was all one bundle. And then this guy would be good for lining.
Mom.
And the last one I haven't taken apart yet, but it's like...
Mommy.
Different fun fabrics.
Mom, I'd like to make a dress out of some of those fabrics.
I think these are too little fabric for a dress, but I do have
some... No, not my dress.
I have some bigger pieces. Dress. Okay. Well, maybe we can talk about that. I'd have to look up a pattern. I don't really know how to sew doll dresses. Okay, so anyway, I am going to charge my phone again, and I'm about ready to get cut off on this segment. So I will wish you all well, and keep working on your Stashmas projects. I'm having a lot of fun seeing all of them. I will definitely sew up a bag for prize. I'll probably give away a pattern, and then I have one more bag as well. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!